Hello, my dear friends. This is CA Shivashish Kandani. Today, we would be discussing a very important concept under GST law. How an unregistered person, a person who haven't claimed any registration under GST law, can claim the refund under GST law. For example, I have booked a property with the developer, and the developer, after 2 3 years, says that he is not able to give the possession of the property which I have booked with him. Say, for example, I have paid an amount of 100 plus 18 rupees of GST to that developer. The developer says, I am going to refund you the amount of rupees 100, but as far as rupees 18 is concerned, that you have to claim the refund from GST department, or the developer says he is not going to refund that 18 rupees because he has deposited the amount with the GST department. In that case, how we are going to claim the refund of rupees 18 which was paid on rupees 100 to developer, we are going to discuss on that. Similarly, let us say I have taken an insurance policy for 4 years, and after 3 years I wish to discontinue my insurance policy for any reason whatsoever. In that case, the remaining 1 year, there is some amount which is being paid to the insurance company. The insurance company says the proportionate amount for that 1 year I am going to refund you, but as far as GST amount is concerned, for that 1 year I would not able to refund you because that GST amount has been deposited with the government. So we are going to see how we can claim the GST refund in these particular cases. Come, let's move forward. Now, my dear friends, we are on section 54. Section 54 deals with refund of tax. Refund of tax means refund of any GST which has been paid. It is allowed in certain specific circumstances which is dealt by section 54. If in case any refund is allowed, that is allowed under section 54. It says any person. It says any person can claim the refund. It doesn't say a registered person or a unregistered person. It says any person. Person includes a unregistered person also. It further says may make an application before the expiry of 2 years from the relevant date. May make an application before the expiry of 2 years from the relevant date. Now we are going to see what is the relevant date, and we are going to discuss an example in relation to that also. Now we are going to a notification which has recently been introduced by the government, which deals with refund of GST to unregistered persons. What does this notification says? Let's see. It says in the said rules, in rule 89, subrule 2, after clause A, the following clause shall be inserted. It says after clause A in rule 89, the following clause shall be inserted. What is rule 89? Rule 89 basically deals with the procedure and various formalities which are required to claim the refund. Now, after clause A, they have inserted clause KA. It says a statement containing various details. Since this is basically a theoretical format, I am going to present you a table which specifically shows what details are required to be captured in this statement. This statement is required to be filed by unregistered person who is required to claim refund under GST law. Before going to that tabular format of the statement, let's see what is the other requirement. The other requirement is a certificate issued by the supplier to the effect that he has paid the tax in respect of invoice on which refund has been claimed by the applicant, that he has not adjusted the amount of tax involved in these invoices against his tax liability by issuing credit note, and also that he has not claimed and will not claim any refund of the tax involved in these invoices, or in a case where refund is claimed by an unregistered person, where the agreement or contract for supply of services has been cancelled. Now, what does this mean? It basically says we have to take a certificate from the builder, developer, or an insurance company that they have deposited the amount of GST which was collected from us to the government, and they haven't refunded us the amount of GST. And since the services has been prematurely terminated or cancelled. For this reason, a unregistered person to whom we had actually provided the services, we haven't refunded the amount of GST to that person. That person can claim the refund of GST from the GST department. In this regard, they are required to issue a certificate stating that that particular unregistered person can claim the refund from the GST department. Now I was on the statement that what does this statement says. The statement tabular format is like this. The unregistered person, apart from that certificate which we have recently discussed, has to furnish a statement. The statement number is 8 and it deals with various details like serial number, GST, and of the supplier, that is builder, insurance company, as the case may be. Document invoice details, we have to capture the various document and invoice details which has been issued by supplier to that unregistered person. What is the tax paid? What was the tax paid, as in what was the tax collected by the supplier, builder, insurance company, as the case may be. Details of payment of the invoice value to the supplier. How we have paid that invoice value to that supplier, builder, insurance company, we have to give the details of that. Next is details of payment received against the cancellation and termination. Let us say I have paid 100 rupees to that supplier. However, that supplier has refunded 80 rupees only to me. In that case, that amount has to be mentioned here. That amount of 80 rupees has to be mentioned here. And finally, the refund amount which is being claimed has to be mentioned here. So this is the simple statement which is required to be furnished while claiming the refund on account of unregistered persons. Now, how we are going to claim the refund? We have seen statement date, we have seen the certificate which is required to be issued by the supplier, that is builder or developer, as the case may be. How we are going to claim the refund? For that, we have to go to this portal, gst.gov.in. gst.gov.in. This is a government website wherein we have to go to services, then we have to go to user services, then we have to go to generate user ID for unregistered applicant. Generate user ID for unregistered applicant. What does it say? The functionality is only for applicants who are not registered or not liable to be registered under GST Act or seeking voluntary registration under GST Act. This user ID is only facilitating certain functionality to unregistered persons at GST portal, such as filing application for advance ruling and refund. See, this is specifically mentioned that unregistered persons and refund can be opted by using this functionality which is available on the GSTN portal. Now I'm just clicking on continue. We have to state yes. Now it is again asking, are you applying for temporary ID as unregistered applicant for claiming refund? Which is our case for claiming refund. Please select one. So we are selecting this one to claim refund and we are proceeding. Now we have to fill various details, name as per PAN, various details are required to be filled, and basis that we are going to receive a email ID and password, and basis that email ID and password we are going to log in to the GST portal and file our application for refund. While filing that application for refund, we have to ensure that we are filing that statement, this statement which we had discussed, and we are also filing a certificate which is issued by the supplier, builder, insurance company, as the case may be. All these documents are required to be uploaded with our refund application. Now, to ease various things, because this is a legal part which is involved, the government issued a circular to clarify the nitty-gritties of claiming the refund. The circular is like this. This is the circular which has been issued by Government of India. The circular number is 188. The circular is very long. If you can see, the circular runs for 4 pages. I have created a gist of this circular and I am going to post the link of that gist which can be downloaded, so that you are not required to read entire circular and you can read the gist of that circular which I have created, so that we can easily file refund application with the GST department. So what does it say? We have to take care of the following. So this is the gist of the circular which has been introduced by Government of India. I have created this gist. I am going to post the link of the gist in the description of this video so that you can download the gist of this circular. It says the refund is only possible where credit note is not possible. So what does that mean? Let's take example. I had booked a property in, let us say, November 2017. I had paid 1 lakh rupees plus 18,000 rupees of GST. Now, what was the timeline to issue the credit note in that case? What was the timeline? So I had booked a property in November 2018. The timeline to issue the credit note as per GST law was 6 months from the end of the financial year. So in this case, the financial year ends on March 2019. So I had paid the booking amount of rupees 1 lakh plus 18,000 of rupees GST in the month of November 2018. The credit note time limit expires in 6 months from the end of the financial year. The end of the financial year is March 2019. The credit note can be issued till September 2019. The credit note can be issued till September 2019. However, the booking has been cancelled by me in 2020-22. The booking has been cancelled by me in 2020-22. In that case, the credit note is not possible to be issued, and accordingly, I can file a refund with GST department and claim the refund of GST amount. Because by November 2022, I am not eligible or there is no possibility of issuing a credit note. Now, let us say in this case, the booking was cancelled in the month of, let us say, August 2019. August 2019. In that case, since the booking has been cancelled before the timeline to issue the credit note, which falls in September 2019, and the booking was cancelled in August 2019, and accordingly, the refund can be claimed in that case by way of credit note only. There is no mechanism to claim the refund by filing a refund application before GST department, because in that case the refund should out to be have been granted to me by way of issuance of credit note by that supplier or by that builder or by that insurance company or by that developer, as the case may be. If the credit note timeline has been issued, I can claim the refund. The second thing it says, RFD1 along with Statement 8 has to be filed. RFD1 is a simple refund application, and Statement 8, which we discussed recently, stating that we have to file this application, Statement 8, we have to file. We have to select the same state as supplier. So let us say my builder is located in Uttar Pradesh and I am sitting in Delhi. I have to select Uttar Pradesh while claiming the refund, because the location of the supplier is Uttar Pradesh, and accordingly I have to claim the refund in Uttar Pradesh for the amount which I have paid. The other documents have to be uploaded. Certificate, we have discussed that supplier is going to issue you a certificate that you are going to upload. Other documents like invoice, agreement, payment details, refund details are to be uploaded. Invoice which a supplier must have issued to me, agreement which a supplier must have created with me, payment details and refund details. I have paid 1 lakh rupees to him. He has refunded 80,000 rupees to me. In that case, all these details are required to be mentioned. Now, the last point is time period of 2 years to start from the date of issuance of letter of cancellation of contract. When we go to section 54, it says that refund has to be claimed from 2 years from the relevant date. The application for refund has to be filed from 2 years from the relevant date. Now, 2 years from the relevant date, what is the relevant date? That was the question. So, relevant date is 2 years from the date of issuance of letter of cancellation of contract. Now, let's take example. The letter of cancellation of contract, the letter stating that I would not be able to give you the possession of the property, was issued by builder on November 2020-22. In that case, I can claim the refund till October 2024. October 2024, because 2 years has to be calculated from the date of cancellation of contract, which falls on November 2022, and 2 years expires on October 2024. So this is the gist of the circular which I have created, and I'm going to upload this on the description of the YouTube video link. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you very much for your kind patience, and I would request you to subscribe to this YouTube channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.